All right, welcome back, CSE 3200 Yukon Android Development class. We're going to begin Chapter 4. Now, at the end of Chapter 3, we had this error. Didn't show up, but it's there. I'm sure if I wasn't using an emulator, the error would show up. So what's going on is that everything's in a certain state in my program, and I've gone through the life cycle. I've gone on created, on start, on resume, and I'm able to interact with my application, and I scroll through the questions. And suppose that I'm not on the first question. When I rotate, that's a configuration change, and so it basically destroys where you're at, and so it calls the onDestroy, and then it rebuilds it. And so what happens, what you should have seen, is that it should have gone to the first question, the Canberra question, and it didn't. Okay, but that error is there. So so onDestroy should have gotten called, and we didn't see it. So we've got to figure out a way, knowing that that error is still there, to save the state so that the data persists from here to there. So the data persists over a state change. And what we're going to do is we are going to use ViewModel to achieve those goals. And in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to include the ViewModel dependency, and then we are going to add the ViewModel. Now, I already have the dependency in there. So you're going to go into your Gradle scripts, and you're going to select the one that says module. That will bring this up. And this is the last thing we put in. That's when we wanted to do view binding in Chapter 2. And then once we put that in, we had to hit sync. Okay, then you are going to put in these two lines right here. Implementation, Android dot lifecycle, colon lifecycle dash, etc. I can let you read that. I can let you type that. But I will show you here. It is in my slides, a screenshot. And I did have some problems with this because things have changed since the book was published. And I didn't notice just a minute ago that that is actually a 5, and I didn't know that that was different. So it says a 4 when I took a screenshot last night. So it's saying 4 for, maybe that's for the dolphin, and the 5 is maybe for what I have up here for the electric eel. So anyhow, when I go to type this line in, I could autocomplete it or get this suggestion. And I think it was the only option where it goes 2.5.1 instead of 2.4.1. If you type out the 2.4.1, it may not work. You may have to, I think the first time I did this, I went online to look at the dependencies and found that to be a 2.5. And this one here, I think I typed it out the first time and had to figure that the 1.6.1 was going to be what fixed my problem. Now, when I went to go run this last night, the 1.6.1 was a problem, and I got the message that this was for APK 33, and I was currently running APK 32. So I set it back to the 1.4.0. So my lines are currently like the ones at the bottom, except for that's a 5, and this is a 1.4.0. So I'm pretty sure that's what I have. Let's see. Oh, no, that is still a 4. I thought it was a 5. All right, so that's still a 4. 2.5.1. I currently have it at 1.6.1, but I think that it will break. We'll see. It did last night on my and Dolphin. Maybe the 1.6.1 for some reason is going to work here. All right, so that is adding in the dependencies, and now we are going to add in the view model itself. So let's bring our project window back up. Oh, wait. I didn't change this. I already had it changed by accident because the video didn't work, but I didn't want to have to redo this. So it's kind of ready for you. You saw it. But what you're going to have to do is there'll be a message up here that you have to sync. So you need to sync your Gradle after you made those changes. So after you do that, then let's go and put in our ViewModel. So we're going under Java, and we're going to drill down, or we don't have to drill down, but I want to drill down so you can see that this is, again, where our main activity class lives, and our Kotlin class that we made, which was our question class, a very short class. There it is. So this is where we put any other classes. We are going to right-click on this com.BigNerdRanch, and we're going to go New, and we're going to pick Kotlin class. Where is it at? Oh, right up here. Kotlin class file, and we are going to call this QuizViewModel. Capital Q, capital V, capital M. And hit enter, and we got ourselves a new class. All right, let's see. We are going to put our tag in the same way as we did in one of the previous videos. At the top level, before the class declaration, private constant val tag is equal to, and not main activity like last time. We want to say we are in QuizViewModel. All right, and then class QuizViewModel, and we are going to extend ViewModel by going colon ViewModel and paren. All right, didn't like that, so let's see. Unresolved reference ViewModel. Okay, that could have to do with the dependencies. We'll see. And a init. I'll put a line of code in there in just a second, and then we are going to override fun on cleared. Now, hold on a second. I kind of want to clear that error up in a second. On cleared. See, it doesn't autocomplete, and that's because it's not understanding that we should have access to a view model, and ViewModel has this on create. All right, so no, it's not the dependency. It is, if I auto-completed, I probably got a shortcut. So let's see. I'm going to do it a different way. I think I did this in a video once, but I think that video didn't make it. So I want to be able to hover and just show you that I don't have to do it by autocomplete. It says if you want to import, you can do Alt-Shift-Enter, so I'm going to try that, Alt-Shift-Enter, and I got the import. Okay, there's my view model. All right, so override fun on cleared, paren, begin curly brace, and just like with our 6 methods for going from one state to another in our main activity, onCleared has to start off with super.onCleared. And then after that, we will put our message log.d, and we'll say tag, and then the message will be that ViewModel instance. Well, if we're clearing it, it's about to be destroyed, is about to be destroyed. Now, I actually haven't even checked this one to see if this works, but I doubt it. I think whatever bug we had before, it's going to affect this too. So this right here is going to be another Alt-Shift-Enter, and I got my log. Okay, so under init, this is where we're going to put our log message for we have initiated our view model, which we will be able to see that one. So view model instance created. Okay, and that's it. I actually want to run this to see if the Gradle was set properly. And I'm going to do that with you guys watching instead of hitting pause because, you know, I suspect issues and I want to see what messages we get. Yep, okay. So this is the message I got last night about that 1.6.1 being part of the version 33. So we are going to go back into the Gradle. And even though this was the only choice they gave me, 1.6.1, the book's version 1.4.0 did the trick for me. So I've made a change. I've got a sync. It built in 4 seconds, very nice. And now I will run. And all I'm looking for here is that the application actually fires up and doesn't crash. It is, I didn't do this before, but I'm going to go ahead and open up the logcat. And I'm not even getting the message about the about QuizViewModel getting started, but that absolutely is expected at this point. That's perfectly fine. And hopefully I'll remember to tell you why that is the case in the next video. But we got our 2 objectives done. We included the ViewModel dependencies and a little fidgety. But we did get them to work. Hopefully me working that out ahead of time helps. Maybe some of your friends might say, if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video because you might get stuck there otherwise. Who knows? And we went ahead and added the view model. Now, next up, we are going to update the main activity in the next video. So I will see you there.